Hey, welcome back. Just want to talk about a topic that I think a lot of AC players misunderstand. Ask anyone what's the strongest or most overpowered skill in AC, most players are going to tell you summoning. And yeah, summoning is undeniably too strong, they deal too much damage, that's not what I'm here to argue. But rather that it's underrated how broken melee D is by players who don't really play at this level, meaning soloing all the hardest content in the game with various build restrictions. Like here, I'm HMD, no melee D, and no healing at the same time, which I've already done this run, but yeah, just to demonstrate. It's pretty easy to put that to the test, so I would invite you as a conventional slide casting player to drop melee D and try to solo just the HMD hatches and see how that goes for you. What? It'll be fun. I feel like you don't believe me. And then while you're at it, you can try Hoshino Fortress, you can try Rinted Recall. I don't really think people understand how hard Rinted hit from melee because they always dodge them, they have like pretty low attack skill. Yeah, and try custom RTW on a two-hander, which I've done without melee D. So yeah, summons are very strong, they deal a lot of damage. The catch is they're not really useful if you're dead. And without melee D, I'm guessing a lot of you would be dead pretty quickly. So you following my logic so far? Like with high enough melee D stat, nothing in here can hit you. A very average player with melee D can solo HMD. Take melee D away, they have exactly a snowball's chance in hell. And of course, I'm not talking about like going super slow from the drop and clearing everything with a shield or something. Like shield is insanely fucking broken in this game. It just doesn't really see use because the content's easy with melee D. So yeah, while summoning is really strong, melee D just reduces the skill required for things by so much. You don't really have to worry about being vulnerable as much, you don't have to worry about positioning, you don't have to worry about, not being in the middle of a swarm, you don't have to worry about turning them so that they're chasing, nothing, So the idea to make it function the way it does, really not a great idea by Turbine, but it was 1998, 1999, whatever they were deciding on it. As for summoning, while I kind of understand the hate it gets, it's a necessary evil for this state of the game for a couple reasons, and the game would be worse without it. And the number one reason being things that are not difficult just have way too much HP. Drain, Lost Lore Boss, Dwayne Iron Golem, the list goes on. Having to do these without summons would not be fun. It would be like still really easy, but it would just be like an insanely damage sponge slog. Makes sense to be able to solo things. It's not ideal that you would have to like recruit a group to come with you to do any quest. With the server size and people who play late at night and whatnot, things are already too easy solo without summons. You don't solve the problem by bringing players with you and dividing the aggro more. You just need to deal more damage, so that's where summons are an absolute godsend and great that they exist. The second reason is AC combat is pretty one-dimensional. Every class except Void does the same exact thing. You imp or vuln and hit the target. There's no other choices to make, there's no other dimensions to combat, and summoning is at least another dimension. You need to aim, you need to think about how much debuff do I need to apply, can I apply just this much debuff and then take over the rest with my weapon damage. It adds choices to the game. And without it, and especially if you don't animation break, like all you have is watching a power bar, watching an accuracy bar fill up, and like slowly shuffling around. And to me, that's just not enough. Like that might be engaging to you and cool. I'm not trying to hate. To me, that's not very engaging. So would I like summons to deal about a fifth of the damage that they do now? Yeah. Is that gonna happen? No. Yeah, that's it. I just wanted to make a video to explain that I think summons are kind of overhated and that melee D is the real culprit when it comes to making the game too easy. They banned summoning for this league while restricting 3-school magic while allowing melee D with absolutely no consequence. Bold move, see how it works out for him. No, but I think the much more skillful setup is to go no melee D and allow summoning, and then you have an endgame that's playable too. It just makes the most sense if you don't want it to be like awful to play post 180. But what would I know? I'm just a humble healer searching for warriors to heal. Anyway, you guys get the point. I think summoning is scapegoated more than it deserves, when melee D is just the far less skillful play. That's it. Let me know if you have any questions. Leave some angry comments if you want to. You're probably wrong. Love you guys though, and as always, have an awesome rest of your day. Catch you on the next video.